Hi, my name is Ken Lasson. I wrote the Microbiome Prescription website, a citizen science project whose operating costs are covered by donations from people. So there's no need for advertising on the site or for memberships. So everything there is free for whoever wants it. And if you don't, right, just basically once you're signed in, you get a basic level. If you want bump up for a bit more information, which many people find too much information confusing. So today I'm talking about compensating for the taking of the antibiotic or prescription drug. Now, just came from an email from somebody, a mother whose 13-year-old kid is about to be put on, and the mother, of course, is concerned about what is going to do to my child's gut. Very good artist thing. Now, I had a while back had such a thing on it, buried away in one of the niches of my site, and realized that it's no longer easily available. And if anything, there was some problems with it in terms of how the site has evolved. So I'm going to show you two aspects of it. First of all, how to find it is very simple. Go into microbiome modifiers, and you can type in something like antibiotic if you really want to, and you will get listed all the antibiotics which we have. Actually, I think I limited it to the first 200 or 100. We have at least 179. There probably more. Okay, and you can now go and pick which one you want. For example, amoxicillin. And there you have all the alternative names. Sorry, but that's what it's known. But you get the long list of things. It increases and decreases. So that's it. And now you can go over and you notice this shows up. It's called compensation for antibiotics use. If it's a prescription drug, it will still say antibiotic use. I'm not quite that sophisticated let in customization. Click that, and it will go over and it will list the 50 main things. I have excluded strains and species to try keeping life simple. So we have the 50 bacteria it impacts. You notice some it increases, actually a couple it increases, and another one it increases, and some it decreases. Antibiotics don't wipe out everything. It encourages some, discourages others. First thing. Okay, so that's basically it, and you got the suggestions. And down the bottom you have the things to do it. Now you should know this is generic for just antibiotic. Does not necessarily mean it's what you should be taking. The suggestions here are assuming you have a perfectly normal microbiome to start with, which is not the case. So what you really want to do is go and log in so you have your data available. And now if I go back and look at this page and do a refresh, it will now go and apply data. So instead of the 50 lists we had before, we have 46, and we have for this person's particular microbiome what he should be taking in terms of what will compensate best where he has a problem. But compensate, say, is determined. If makes this list, it is for a very simple reason. The reason is your percentile is 25% or below, and it will decrease it. In other words, it will decrease it even further. It will be shifting things in the wrong way. Other cases, like here, the person is a 98th percentile, it will increase. Whoops, you are going from a bad case to a horrible case. Two more, over 75% and increases. We flag those are things which we want to compensate for. So that's the logic, very simple. If you are 25 percentile and it decreases, bad news. If you're 75% or higher and it increases, potentially bad news. If it's anywhere between 25 and 75%, nah, we're not going to worry about it. What we're going to do is address the things which are most likely. So we have here and down the bottom, we have things, and we see inulin, particular probiotics. Down below, we have the usual probiotics, which ones and which ones impact. So we have one which really comes in nice and strong, which is sort of, okay, that's what I would probably be ordering. Now, if we take a look at another one of the examples, it'll refresh automatically. We still have in there, but we're down to 41. If we go and take a look at another one, we're at 70, so we have even more things which are going to be knocked out of whack by this particular antibiotic. Now we go down here. 0! That means nothing is going to be shoved in the wrong direction. Perhaps this amoxicillin is correcting the microbiome shift seen with this particular person. So there is no modifications you want to do, because it's going to correct issues with ones being too high. It's going to bring it down. With ones which are too low, it's going to bring up. In other words, hey, you got a good antibiotics for your particular microbiome. So that said, now I should go across and point out one thing, is we have 3 packages of suggestions. Wait a minute, I never did any gut suggestions for me. No, when you do the antibiotic compensation, it adds it to your suggestion list automatically. Why? It's very simple. You may be wanting to correct your microbiome, and your physician may want you to take antibiotics. Slightly contradictory set of things. Well, not a particularly great concern, because we have a reasonable way to infer what the net outcome is. And the net outcome is you go and you do see what the microbiome shifts are, and then you can go over and do the other ones. Come back, and we see 4, and now you can go and view back as suggestions. Oops, okay, I got a bug there. Okay. I need to figure that out. Normally the consensus is there, but something went a little bit askewed in the table. Okay, I will not drag you on through correcting it, but basically it's very simple. Look up the antibiotic or the prescription drug you're taking, do your regular sorting out of what you want to do, and you should thereby end up getting a consensus, putting everything together. I do need to just double check to make sure that the consensus logic is working properly, but basically, in short, this is the process. So you could just simply go in and look at what's suggested and ignore trying to do other adjustments, or you can try doing the grand slam, doing everything and seeing what comes up. Okay, that's it.